Ladies, I am here tonight on the show. And tonight I am here to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers beating the Dallas Mavericks 118-110. What a weird game this was. A roller coaster. It looked like a roller coaster. It looked like in the first quarter, right away, 18-2 at one point. I'm like, damn, Mavericks falling like launchers tonight. Clippers look like they're not messing around. But then the damn Mavericks come back. At one point, I think they led by 15 at one point in the second quarter. They ended up taking, I believe, a 69-66 to halftime. And I'm like, damn, what a way to respond for the Mavericks. Also, Luka Doncic ended up getting hurt. He sprained his ankle, and he left for a few minutes back to the locker room. I'm like, damn, this is about to be a clusterfuck. They were down 18-2. Luka Doncic gets hurt. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But no, then Luka comes back in. He has a hell of a game. Luka ends up having a hell of a game. They bring him back in the game, And like I said, they go from losing 18-2 in the first quarter to having a 69-66 lead at halftime. And then the third quarter, they're going back and forth. But then Porzingis ends up getting ejected for his second technical foul. I believe the first one, he kind of blocked a shot from the Clippers. And he thought the referee said it was a foul, but he thought it was a clean block. So he got a technical foul for that, which to me was bullshit. I thought it was a clean block, but the referee said it was a foul. And then later on, there was an argument. I believe it was Luka and some other guy from the Clippers, and he got involved as a third person, and so they ejected him not because he pushed the second one, okay, he pushed the guy, whatever, but okay, at least the first technical foul was bullshit. Come on, man. It's a playoffs. The intensity is going to be a little bit higher. Come on, man. Don't give him a technical foul you give him some leeway and let him argue the damn foul. He thought it looked like a clean block, but the referee said it was a foul. That was the one that kind of pissed me off. The first technical foul where he thought he thought it was a clean block and the referee said it was a foul. But yeah, he ended up getting ejected for two technical fouls. The Mavericks were never the same team after that. That was bullshit, man. It looked the ref. They were never the same team after that. It looks like a lot of questionable calls tonight by the referees. A lot of questionable calls. But yeah, they were never the same. Luka ended up having a good game, 42 points. He was fantastic after coming back from the ankle injury. But they were never the same. Hardaway tried to keep up with 18. Finney Smith 9, whatever. Kleber struggled tonight with 3 points. Seth Curry had a good game off the bench with 14, but no, man, they just didn't have that because that's the mismatch they have. Who the hell? Nobody can really guard Porzingis, especially when he goes up through the 3-point line. Zubats, Montrezl Harrell, they can't guard that 3-point line. They're used to having to be in the paint. So they lost that. They lost their second best player. They lost their big 7-footer, Kristaps Porzingis. And they were never the same team after that. They're already, having to look up at them because, the Clippers are a much better team, And now you lose your second best player, they were fucked. And then the Clippers were on fire, Kawhi Leonard had 29 points, 12 rebounds. Marcus Morris had a really good game, 19 points. Zubac had 10 points. George Paul was amazing with Paul George was amazing with 27 points. And then Lou Williams off the bench with 14. When you got all these guys going like this, Kawhi with 29, Lou Williams with 14, Paul George with 27, and then on the other side, the officiating is a little bit questionable. Your second best player gets ejected. What the hell are you supposed to do if you're the Dallas Mavericks? You're scratching your ass and you don't even have hand rights. What the hell are you supposed to do, man? This was bullshit. It's the playoffs. You got to let the players, argue a little bit, give them a little bit of leeway. If there's a fight, maybe some pushing and shoving, the referees they have to understand, I don't know, because there's no fans. The referees do not feel the playoff atmosphere because, in the playoffs, the fans are rocking, they're all wearing, the team's colors, like blue or red or whatever, if the Clippers. But I don't know if the referees are still in regular season mode because they're it's they've been in the bubble for about a month now, and it's just it's playoffs now. But the thing with the bubble is that you don't feel the playoff atmosphere at all. So you got to wonder with these referees. Usually these referees in the playoffs let more stuff go. Tonight they were calling a lot of ticky-tack fouls. And they were having a trick, they had a quick trigger with the technical fouls. You gotta tell the referees. Remember, guys, these are the playoffs. I know it's hard because there's no fan atmosphere, but you have to give these guys a little bit more leeway because now it's the playoffs and everything's more important now. You can't. They completely changed the momentum of the game by rejecting Kristaps Porzingis. The Mavericks tonight had a chance to upset them, and that would have been a huge momentum swinger. The Mavericks doing game one, and now the momentum swing goes to the Clippers. They get game one because the referees got a little bit ass hurt, and they got offended that Porzingis yelled at their ear, and they ejected him. And that was a big factor of why the Clippers won this game. Now, like I said, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Lou Williams, Marcus Morris, they were fantastic. I'll give them that. But, like, the Mavericks were winning at halftime. So, like I said, Luka had 42 points. Porzingis had 14. He could have had at least 25 points tonight. You know, you only lost by 8, 118, 110. They could have had a chance to win this game if Porzingis stays on the floor. Like I said, they were winning 69 and 66 at halftime. So the referees, I think they got to understand it's the playoffs now. Give these guys a little bit more leeway. I know it's hard without fans. You don't have any atmosphere, but I thought tonight especially that first technical foul, I thought it was a little bit unnecessary. Just arguing the call, hear him out, let him argue a little bit, and then walk away. And then if he doesn't walk away, then maybe you tee him up. But come on, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, I'm out like a light. We'll see what happens on the road. But hopefully these referees do not get in the way. Get out the way, referees. What do you say? Swallow your whistles. Swallow your whistles. It's the playoffs. Swallow your whistles. Anyways, until next time, I'm out like a light. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out like a light.